Hey y'all, this is Danny. Just want to let y'all know about something exciting that's happening. I'm releasing an original song to YouTube. It's going to be a single release for a song I recorded called Sufficient Grace. Very beautiful song in my opinion. You'd have to listen to it and what you think. And that word sufficient means enough to meet our needs, and that's pretty much God's grace. His grace is enough to meet our needs no matter what we're going through. And in 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verses 8, 9, and 10, Paul tells us right here, "For this thing I besought the Lord thrice, that it might depart from me." So he's referring to a pain that's in his side that he describes as a thorn. "And he said unto me," and this is where Jesus speaks, "My grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness." Then Paul goes on to say, "Most gladly, therefore, I will rather glory in my infirmities, that the power of Christ may rest upon me. Therefore I take pleasure in infirmities, in reproach, in necessities, in persecutions, in distresses for Christ's sake. For when I am weak, then am I strong." So that verse pretty much speaks for itself. And Paul went through so many different trials, throughout his life, especially in his Christian walk. When he went from being Saul the persecutor to Paul the preacher or the apostle, this is when he moved to Christianity. There were people that were trying to kill him because of his faith. He was shipwrecked at sea. He had a rough life, but he loved the Lord with all his heart. And God had mercy on him. And we can tell that, Paul was praying for deliverance. But Jesus, tells Paul that, healing's not what you need. What you need, what I think you need is much better than anything you could imagine, because there's three ways that, God answers our prayers. He answers with a yes if it's his will. He may tell us to wait, and sometimes he says no. But it's not our place to question God when he tells us no, because he knows what's better for us. He knows how to get us through the trials. And with each trial we go through, that's only there to make us strong. So if we don't go through these things, then how do we know God can't work on our behalf in the midst of those things to build up our testimony? And once again, to make us stronger and better Christians. So I hope y'all enjoy the song. It's going to be on YouTube on Monday. I believe it's on the 27th, if I'm correct. It launches at 11:30 p.m. or 11:30 a.m. I believe is what I got it set to. So just be looking for it, and I hope y'all enjoy it. God bless, and I'll see y'all again in the future.